after a tumultuous climb up through non-league and the Football League itself. From the last 4 seasons that we've been here, we've had 4 promotions. The club have had 5 in a row. This year could be a totally different kettle of fish. Hello and welcome to episode 69 of To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we feature for you the first 2 games of our season, our full season, our proper season. First up, of course, a championship match against Sheffield Wednesday, and then we're in the first round of the Carabao Cup. But as I said before, a tumultuous climb up through the divisions. We'll have a quick look at that. As you will see, back in 2021-22, they won the Evo Stick League Premier Division. We took them over in the 22-23 season, somewhere near the bottom, or on the bottom, I can't remember, near the bottom anyway, having sacked their manager, looking like they were going back down into the Evo Stick or coming unstuck, I would think. But we did eventually get them promoted as champions from the Van Rama National League North. The following season, we went straight through the National League. And then the season after that, straight through the Sky Bet League. All these as champions, I hasten to add. And then, of course, last season, finishing second behind Bristol City in the Sky Bet League One after looking like we might be relegation fodder for a while. Ended up getting promoted and promoted to the Championship, where, as I said, it's going to be a totally kettle of fish. So what have we won so far? We've won the North East Counties Football League, the Northern Premier League First Division, Eva Stick, a Premier Division. So some of these are joined in as well, as far back as 2005. The Van Rama National League North, the Van Rama National League, the Sky Bet League 2, and the Papa John's Trophy. Not got the Sky Bet League 1. We're not too worried about not having that in the cabinet, but never mind. So yeah, that's how the club has come up through the ranks. As you'll see also here, we have our new kit. I need to have a look in the editor, and if anybody knows, comments down below, please. What does seem to be happening? We've got 3 kits in, and on our away kit, we obviously at home we play this kit, and then when it selects as our alternate kit, it tends to select this one. Very rarely have I seen this one in game, and I think it's something to do with the settings in the editor, and I'm not sure what it is. I need to investigate and find out, because theoretically we should be having this one more often than not, and then switching to this one on occasions. As it is, we've got this one and not this one. So I think it's something to do with the in-game editor or whatever. Right, back onto toe. I can tell you, transfer-wise, we've got nobody new coming in since you were last with us. Hakeem Odefin was last in. Ben Dobry was the last out. So nobody coming in. And we do have a number of injuries, though, to start off our season. Morgan Boyce, who's on trial with us, looking at him as a left-back. Patrick Gamble, he's out for 1 more day, got a bruised knee. Johnny Smith has a tight groin, out for 1 to 2 days. And Romain Mundell, a pulled groin, 1 to 4 days. Usual little niggles at the start of the season as they try and get back up to speed, of course. Don't think there's anything else happened. We haven't played any more friendlies or anything. We've got Sheffield Wednesday's the first game up today. We haven't played them so far this series in any competitions, so it's unknown for us today. We are at home, though, in Edgeley Park, and I think we already knew, but if we go back here, we can actually have a look at, we go into Buxton, that's what we want to do, and we go to facilities. The new stadium is being built. It's underway. Will be ready at the end of June 2028. So we're in game. We're in 26. So 2 years. So not the next couple of seasons, but in the start of 28-29, the Mark Reed Stadium, with a capacity of 9,461, will be our new home. So we'll look forward to that. Currently, of course, we are renting Stockport County's ground, Edgeley Park. So that's where we are today. Right, let's get into the game then. Let's get in and get our championship season underway and have a look at the team that will face Sheffield Wednesday. And here is the side that will face Sheffield Wednesday in this opening Sky Bet Championship match. It's Thomas in goal, Scanlon, who might not be with us for much longer, Williams, Sass Davis and Odafin. Odafin making his debut, of course. May making his debut at the base of midfield in that defensive midfielder role. Tilley and Griffiths in front of him. Fletcher making his debut on the left. Richards making his debut on the right. Nathan Fraser is up front. And then on the bench we have Gunter, Linton, Tomlinson, Burns, Patterson, Pedder and Omatoy. Going back to Scanlon, he's not signed a new contract with us. We haven't offered him one as yet. We have potential for a player coming in on this left side, which means that Linton or Scanlon could be the players leaving us to sort of make room for the player coming in. More about that in due course, maybe as the episode wears on. And a look at how the two sides face up. We're playing a 4-1-2-1 or 4-3-3, whichever way you look at it. Sheffield Wednesday, they're playing a flat back three, two wing backs, two defensive midfielders. And obviously the table tells us nothing at the moment. And a look at the teams for you. I noticed Cam Pring, Nigel Pearson, manager at Sheffield Wednesday. May with a corner. It's swung in and Williams gets the first goal of the season after just 9 minutes. And we go 1-up against Sheffield Wednesday. First highlight and, well, May, a lovely corner. Long, deep. Williams gets up and opens the account for Buxton and himself. And that ball back to Thomas. Williams, the scorer of the goal. Sass Davis, 13.5 minutes on the clock. Odafin, first time we've seen him. He's come forward, finds Richards in front of him. Richards to Odafin. Odafin finds May. It was a bit short. Tilley has Scanlon in support. Scanlon crosses it in. It's gone in and Taylor Richards opens his account and we're 2-up after 14 minutes. Really didn't expect this. Odafin sold it a bit short, but May got there. Tilley out to Scanlon. Scanlon did it first time, and Richards gets up between the two defenders and plants it in the back of the net. May from this side now swings it in near post. It's gone in again. And that man, Harry Williams, the two of them were working very well together. Our third goal of the season and Harry Williams' second. And I don't mind if they keep doing this all season. Look at that. Just got enough on it to divert it into the net. Scanlon with a throw in to Fletcher. Fletcher to Scanlon. Scanlon comes forward. He's playing for his place, of course. Fletcher tucks it back. May. Oh, it's off target. Odafin with a free kick in our half. Pumps that forward, but it's very long. And the goalkeeper is there. Highlight will continue by the looks of it. So that was a very strange highlight. 2 minutes of injury time. We are in that full 2 minutes, which is a bit of a worry. Richards losing out to that one, but he's won that ball back. And that's the tenacity of Richards. Tilley, are we going to go in 4-up? Fraser, we are. Nathan Fraser, it says goal, but he's ruled out. He's just offside, I think. Yeah. And half-time has arrived. No more highlights. And, well, what can you say? I thought we were going to struggle today against Sheffield Wednesday. The Football Manager never ceases to amaze me. The games you expect to win, I suppose a bit like real life football, really, isn't it? Let's face it. You know, how many times is your team, you guarantee, you play a side, we're going to win this today, you lose or it's a draw, and then a side you think, I really don't want to go today. Don't want to go out in the snow, the rain, the cold, and watch what basically could be a trouncing. And yeah, it does happen. But, you know, occasionally that just absolutely dumbfounds you. And sometimes you wonder why, if you played like this every week, we'd win the league by Christmas. Yeah. But there you go. 9 shots, 5 on target, well over my 50%. I'm happy. 0.51. So the XG's not too high, to be fair. 56% of the possession. That's where I think we've made the inroad in this game. Sheffield Wednesday have had 4 shots, just the 1 on target, 0.29. 44% of the possession. A good first half. A good start to the season. And, well, long may it continue. That's all I can say. And the first highlight of the second half, Richards with a free kick, chips it in. Williams looking for his hat-trick, and it's not far away. And with 70 minutes on the clock, making a couple of changes, basically because of tiredness. But in Nathan Fraser's case, he's playing okay, but he's not playing fantastic. 6.3, so he's not effective up front. So Ashley Fletcher, who's really a striker, put him up front, see if he can do some inroads up front. And he's taken over that attacking. He's tiring, so I'm expecting Sam Burns possibly to come on for the last 10 minutes or so, maybe 5 minutes or so, just at the end of the game. And we've also, so Omatoy, we've chopped that around. Omatoy coming on then for Nathan Fraser, and then Hakeem Odafin, who's made a reasonable debut. He's tiring, and we have brought on Joe Tomlinson in his place. And Tomlinson with a throw in, throws it long, looking for Fletcher, didn't find him, and a cross ball. Scanlon has won it. So Scanlon is playing for his place in not only the team but also the club, really. Griffiths, referee in the way. Richards, he's missed the target. And with nearly 83 minutes on the clock, made the rest of our changes. I have noted though that it was a faux pas on my point that we didn't have any central defenders on the bench, which is very remiss of me, which means Sass, Davis and Williams, though they're getting tired, are having to stick it out with 82 on the clock. I'm hoping we're not going to concede 3 goals very quickly in the run into the end of this game. So fingers crossed on that. So we've done this based on tiredness pretty much. So these are the changes. Ashley Fletcher, who was tiring very quickly, he's come off. Sam Burns comes on for him up front. Adam May, who was tiring in that defensive midfield role, who's had a very, very good game on his debut. Patterson coming in to replace him. Regan Griffiths, he is off, and Rafferty Pedder coming on for him. And they are the changes to finish off. All changes done. Let's go and see the game out. And we have a highlight. 3 minutes of injury time. This is the first minute of it. Cam Pring, who a Bristol City player under Nigel Pearson. Current sphere, the real world. Patterson out to Richards, who's picked up a knock, I've noticed. But we've got nobody to bring him on, so hopefully he's not going to injure too much. Tomlinson with the ball, cuts back. And Patterson over the top. Nobody there, though. Probably all really would have been Richards. So that's Scanlon, who's outsized there. Williams, who's tired, gets out to it. Cuts it back across. Burns, not controlling that ball. Goes out wide. Scanlon again. Size-wise is outnumbered, but he's going to pick this ball up. He's... Scanlon! Stansfield's in, and he scored. Jay Stansfield, and they get one back in injury time. It was Scanlon. I don't know what he did. He left it, I think, for Harry Williams, but Osborne was in and Stansfield and Sass Davis. I presume that was Sass Davis. Yeah, he's tired. And they put it away. Question of offside. No, Sass Davis just playing him on. No more highlights. It's all over. 3-1 win. And we were 3 up after 26 minutes, which really put them to bed and gives us a very good start to the season. Harry Williams, 2 goals, 9 minutes and 26. Taylor Richards after 14. Jay Stansfield 2 minutes into injury time at the end of the game. 17 shots, 8 on target. Good 50% there or thereabouts. 8 shots, 4 on target, 50% for them as well. 1.21 on the XG, 57% possession against their 0.78 and 43% possession. We just suffered a little bit at the end from tiredness and the fact that I made a mistake by not making sure there was a defender, a central defender, on the bench. Well, as we know, league tables at this stage of the season mean diddly squat, but all it tells us is that we've got off to a reasonable start. Interestingly, apart from one game to play, Southampton and Watford, no draws. It was either a win or a loss on the opening day, and the winners were Sheffield United, West Brom, Middlesbrough, Buxton, Blackburn, Brentford, Coventry, Blackpool, Bristol City, Norwich and Reading all got off to a good start in varying degrees, of course, by the amount of goals scored, and the rest losers apart from Southampton, Watford, who play in the late game, I think it is, or they play on the Sunday, I'm not sure which, but Sheffield United off to a good start, 4-1 against Luton Town. So all in all, we dropped down. We were up here somewhere, but only dropped down by virtue of that goal that they scored in injury time. Well, the player that we said was coming in has arrived. Harrison Burrows. He's come from Forest Green for 150,000. He's a 4-star current ability, 4-star potential ability, 24-year-old. And as I said, he can play anywhere up that left side of the pitch. He can play as a defensive left back. He can play as a wing back, midfield, or as attacking midfield. He's accomplished all those. Can actually play centrally as well. But in any of those positions, he's pretty much first dibs all the way along that left-hand side of the pitch. And as you'll see, these are his attributes. 13 on technique. Probably the only thing he hasn't really got. His pace isn't fantastic, but he's not bad. He's been a Forest Green, come from Dundee, where he played in the Scottish Championship, and then played for Forest Green last season. Not really showing up this season as yet. Played one game, 7.30, 6.82. So we'll see how he gets on. But Harrison Burrows is our incoming, and we'll see how he gets on in that position. So next up, Watford in the Carabao Cup first round, another team that we haven't yet played. They've drawn 1-1 with Southampton in their opening game of the Championship. Can we progress, and how far will we progress in the Carabao Cup this season? It's a trip to Vicarage Road for this opening Carabao Cup game. And here is the team that will face Watford in this first round Carabao Cup match. Luca Gunter makes his debut in goal with Burrows, who came in, as we mentioned previously. He's making his debut out on the left-hand side as a wing-back. Williams, Sass Davis and Odefen are the rest of the defensive line. And then we have Adam May as the defensive midfielder, Mundell and Griffiths in front of him, Fletcher on the left, Smith on the right because Richards is injured and can't make the bench today. Fraser is up front and on the bench. Thomas, Linton, Gamble, Tomlinson, Dudizak, Patterson, Tilley, Omatoy and Burns. You have a number of players that are not fully fit coming back from injury. Mundell, Smith, Gamble and Omatoy, just to name a few. So we're looking We're looking for another defender as well, a central defender, just to shore us up there. Having got Barrows in, another central defender to alongside Sass Davis, possibly. I don't know. You see, difficult because we've got Williams and we've got Gamble. I'm not sure. We're just having a look at it at the moment. And this is how the two sides face up. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. They've changed all of their sides from their first championship game. And we're playing our 4-3-3. And this is how the teams look against one another. First highlight, 6 minutes in. It's a corner for Watford. It's headed in. It's sort of headed clear, but back out to Benson. And he's come rushing across. Oh, I'm not sure what's going on here. Would have thought a tackle going in. Somebody block him off. Somebody block him off. Gunter gets to that ball. Benson with a free kick just inside our half. It's headed clear. Fraser will get there, but he's nodded it on to nobody. And Watford causing us all sorts of problems early on. And Odefin off his feet. And got to be careful here. Shot from distance. It's taken a deflection. Gunter falls on it. Highlight continues out to Sass Davis then. Griffiths. Oh, Griffiths is caught. And Griffiths was, I'm not sure what he was doing. And they go one up after 11 minutes. We'll see it again. Sass Davis plays to Griffiths. And Griffiths, I don't think had control of it. And a lovely curled shot from Berkey. And we have a free kick now. Adam May has a shot from distance, but it's over the top. May heads it down to Griffiths. Griffiths caught in. And Griffiths, twice he's been caught. Get out there to him. Oh, man. Berkey heads it over the top. And you come back. A free kick to Watford. Benson. Over the top. And it's gone in. Rocco Bray gets their second. And we're looking totally different to the side that beat Sheffield Wednesday. Looking all at 6s and 7s. Odefin didn't get there. And Gunter throwing on that far side. And it's all Watford. We've hardly had any highlights at all. Need to win this ball. Crossed in deep. Burrows kicks it back in. Fletcher heads it on. But Burrows really should just put that into touch. Oh, Nyambi crosses it in. No penalty given. And they still have it, Watford. Get the ball off him, for goodness sake. Odefin heads that clear. And a penalty's been given. Johnny Smith. And we're going to go 3 down here inside the first half hour. Oh, dear. And we have a corner. We've scored corners from in the last game. It's Adam May. In again, and we've scored again. It's that man. It's May and Williams. They seem to have a bit of a rapport going on. We've got one back through Harry Williams. He's 3rd of the season, all from May corners. If it works, keep doing it. No more highlights in that first half, and a poor first half it was too, apart from the Harry Williams goal. As we dug in, we've had 10 shots, 5 on target, 50%, 0.56, 53% of the possession. They've had 9 shots, 5 on target, 1.76, 47% of the possession. We've not been out of the game, just not. We've basically given them too many easy chances. And so before we start the second half, making one change at half time, Johnny Smith had a poor first half. He's been replaced by James Tilley. Watford with a free kick. It's headed down. Griffiths, Sass Davis that was, to Tilly, who's come on. Tilly swings it out, looking for Fletcher. Fletcher heads it across, looking for Fraser, but not to be. And it's back to the goalkeeper. Highlight is continuing. It's come forward. Odafin under that. Tilly to Sass Davis. Odafin. Griffiths. Sass Davis. May. Sass Davis. Williams. Not moving forward much. That's a long ball looking for Fletcher. Fletcher heads it on for Fraser. Fraser finds Tilly. And Tilly just rolls it to the goalkeeper. And you come back with 60 minutes on the clock. And we've made 2 more changes. Something I never thought I would do. Luca Gunter. I think we'll be looking for another goalkeeper. Luca Gunter is off. 6.3. A goalkeeper with a 6.3 is just not in it. So Andrew Thomas is on. He was a bit worried that Gunter might take his place. He's got absolutely no chance at the moment. I think Gunter... I think we're looking for another goalkeeper, potentially with Gunter moving him on. Luckily, we didn't buy him. He's here on loan, but he's not performing particularly well, bearing in mind he's come in. Where's he come in from? On loan from Tottenham. Interesting. And Ashley Fletcher also not having a good game. He's come off, and we've brought Tyrese Omotoy on the left. Tilly with a free kick. Swings it in. Fraser, but the goalkeeper down to it. Highlight is going to continue. It's a long ball. Odafin tidies up. Williams over the top looking for Omotoy. Didn't find him. And Watford bring it down. And their first attack we've seen of this half. I'm sure they've had other attacks, but nothing to warrants a highlight. And breeze through. Odafin clears. Tilly also clears, but it's still not clear of danger yet. Crossed in and it's gone out. Harry Williams, I think, defended that, or if not, Thomas got to it. It's gone out for a corner. Benson on that far side then. Swings it in. It's gone out for a corner on this side. Benson again, this time an outswinger. Swings it, but Thomas is there, and that's why Thomas is our number 1 goalkeeper. And with 73 minutes on the clock, making our final 2 changes, Hakeem Odafin is tired again, also got a yellow card, so he comes off, and Joe Tomlinson comes on to replace him. And our final change, albeit we probably should have taken Harry Williams off, actually. Might undo that last one. I was going to bring on Dudizak in central midfield, but we are suffering in defence. Harry Williams, who's had a good game, are going to take him off and bring Patrick Gamble on in his place. We have a corner. Adam May. Can we get a second goal from a corner? Gamble this time. Patrick Gamble gets his first of the season. It's 3-2. Goodness me. And May, if he gets assists from corners, he's running well at the moment. And no more highlights. Damage done in the first half. We went 3-0 down at 30 minutes. And yeah, not the best. But we did manage to get 2 goals. And to be fair, both those coming from corners from Adam May. And he's got a player of the match for that. 2 assists. He does get assists from corners. So he'll be on 4 assists for the season so far. And we're scoring at will from corners, really. Took off Harry Williams, who scored 3 of his from corners. Brought on Patrick Gamble, and he profited. So good on him. 17 shots, 9 on target, 1.16, 53% of the possession. Watford had 9 shots, 5 on target. 1.76. I'm not sure that's gone up from half time, you know. I don't think that's changed a great deal. So they've not had a particularly prolific second half. I think they just sort of bedded in, really. It's 47% of the possession. It wasn't a bad second half, and it got a little bit better when we brought on Andrew Thomas. I think there's a lesson to be learnt there. We might be sending Lucas Gunter back whence he came if we can. As I said, looking for another goalkeeper. No draw for the second round, unfortunately. So no second round draw, but the headline is Watford in unconvincing win in a surprising close encounter. Watford managed to sneak a narrow 3-2 victory over Buxton. Ozcan, playing as a striker, gave Watford the lead. A curling shot into the top corner, 19 metres on 11 minutes. Error from Buxton's Gunter allowed attacking midfielder Bray to score a header, and Benson scored with a powerful penalty into the bottom corner. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. But Adam May having a good game again today, and we'll obviously still need to do a little bit of work in the transfer market. That is for sure. Not a bad start to the championship season. Not a good start in the Carabao Cup. We're yet to find our way in that competition. We're going to play a couple more games in the championship. Sunderland and Swansea. We're going to come back for Queen's Park Rangers and Cardiff in the next episode at the end of August, and see after 5 games where that leaves us in the championship. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend and new series as they are released, as well as our Making Chelsea Stand Proud series, which is also going out on alternate days. If you want to keep up with what's happening on this channel and more, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideToo. That's the way to do it. New episodes of To Be a Legend currently released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 70. It's out on Thursday, when we'll be back for Queen's Park Rangers and Cardiff. Until then, goodbye.